Steve is back. Of course, we got a tropical storm to talk about.
Yep.
But first, you have some really cool video of something I am one day want to see in person. Northern Lights. The
Northern Lights, and
yeah.
Boy, were they bright last night. This is from North Dakota. You can see these swirling colors, part of a geomagnetic storm. A big storm on the surface of the sun sent charged particles rushing into Earth's atmosphere. It's really hard to see the Northern Lights in summer because our days are so long, and it really doesn't get all that dark up north, but it was certainly dark enough to see those beautiful colors in the sky last night. Not again tonight, I don't think, but here on the Suncoast, we're much too far south to see such a thing, but we do have tropical weather to talk about. 77 is the current temperature at the airport, dew point 73, and our high today and low last night were pretty close, if not right on the money, for what we would expect this time of year on average. The record last year, 96 in 2016, and the record low of 65 back in the building boom here in Sarasota in 1926. This is bigger right now, but that was the last big building boom. High temperatures across the state this afternoon, pretty close to 90 in Tampa, 88 Fort Myers. It got rain cool during the afternoon as those storms rushed from here across the state, but across the viewing area pretty much in the low to mid 90s just about everywhere. We also had some thunderstorms move offshore. That's what we had earlier. Boy, it just doused the Orlando area. And offshore, we've had some thunderstorms rumbling through the evening hours, but they are decreasing in coverage and intensity. But still, we might see one or two try and move ashore in the early morning hours. We'll take a closer look at that in the models in a minute. But now our tropical weather outlook. Earlier today, we had a new disturbance, 20% chance of forming out here in the mid-Atlantic. This didn't look like it was going to form at all until 5 o'clock. Boom, the National Hurricane Center declared it Tropical Storm Dawn because Hurricane Hunter aircraft flew back and forth, and through 2 passes, they found winds of 40 miles an hour. So, and it had a central circulation, they declared it Tropical Storm Dawn. I don't think it's going to be a big deal while the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean remain quiet. You can see hardly anything going on there. Now, right now, Dawn started off with 40-mile-an-hour winds. It's up to 45. But if we look at the forecast as it approaches the Windward Islands, 60-mile-an-hour winds as it passes over Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which currently have tropical storm warnings in effect. Just to the north, Barbados and St. Vincent has tropical storm watches in effect. And then it'll skirt Curacao on Wednesday, and wind shear will probably tear this apart long before it reaches the far western Caribbean. There's our forecast model for the overnight hours. Those storms offshore showing up and maybe some popping on. But look how many storms we develop tomorrow afternoon and evening. Another burst of thunderstorms, which will kind of get here in July. And then again on Wednesday afternoon, another area develops. So we're right on target for getting more storms right on for the rest of this week. Now let's look at the high resolution futurecast again. Those storms offshore slowly dissipating and breaking apart. Our winds light and variable. Maybe 1 or 2 storms might come ashore overnight tomorrow morning. If you're going out on the water tomorrow, a great day, but watch out for those storms should they pop up. And these winds are just out of the way. South to westerly winds 10 knots, but a lot stronger near those storms. Sea is 2 feet or less. Bay and inland waters will have a light chop. The air temperature at the beach, 89 degrees. The water temperature, 88, and the UV index, 11. Here's my forecast for tonight. It'll be partly cloudy with more storms possible, becoming less likely as the night goes on. 76, the overnight temperature, low temperature, average of 75. And for tomorrow, it's going to feel hot again with the heat index near 99 degrees, but the air temperature on the thermometer will read 89. Here's a 7-day outlook, and no surprises right on for the next 7 days, anywhere from a 40–50% chance. It's hard to nail the exact chances day by day, but you get a picture that we're in a stagnant weather pattern, and it doesn't look like Tropical Storm Dawn will affect our weather in any way, and that's a good thing.